Gayelle news courtesy Fence Nationwide. Fence for all your furniture and appliances needs. Fence serving generations. Call us on 650 FENS or visit us at www.fenstt.com. Good evening and welcome to your Gayelle South Evening News. I am Natasha Grimes. In the news, 9 more people have been arrested for breaching curfew regulations. The Minister of Education insists that classes will begin on Monday for vaccinated students. Missing person Shadea Clark has been found. Today, we have a special abridged version of the news. Why? Because we are introducing you to our Friday Focus feature. We will focus on topics of interest and bring you exclusive interviews with some amazing individuals. Today, we feature the accomplishments of a South business that has been involved in the export and manufacture of tempered glass for many, many years. Let's look at this exclusive interview with Mr. Kameel Khan. Good morning, Mr. Khan, and welcome to our Gayelle newsroom.
Morning to you, and thank you for the entire Gayelle family for having me here.
Mr. Khan, tell us a little bit about yourself. You own, we know that you're the owner and the founder of Kamri Glass. Kamri Glass Limited. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your background.
Okay. Our family has been in the business arena for quite a long time, from generations go back. And it was only about time till I found my calling. Started working as usual, working different places until we decided, you know what, it's time for me to fit into some form of business. So we started from scratch. And as our story goes, everybody need capital. We started with 600 TT. So we looked around. Our company was formed in 1999, and we've just been hopping around trying to find a product. That's right, to make some form of impact or impression, as small as it may be, because we were young. I was in my early 20s, and my wife and I, you know, we had a good teamwork from then till now. And we started searching for products, and we looked at, you know, aluminum products because we manufacture aluminum windows. We got into glass, meaning supply, distribution, adding it to the product. And eventually it led up to us trying to figure out, listen, we can't make the same mistakes. We need to go new, modern, and bold. So we decided to get into glass manufacturing, that is tempered glass manufacturing.
So why tempered glass? Because I know there's the annealed version. So why that particular product?
There are 2 reasons for that. It's 10 times stronger. It's mostly used in first world countries, but anything to do with modern fixtures, hardware, that kind of thing, you need tempered glass. And the second reason is I was on a holy trip in Saudi Arabia, and the only person who spoke English in the line, they manufactured tempered furnaces. So I call that research, development, everything finished.
Wow. So you spent a lot of time with this person?
No, not just a short person, but the coincidence of being there among a million people.
And that one person.
Oh yeah, that was it. That was it.
Wow. Wonderful. So as we're on the topic, what goes into, we hear glass manufacturing, and a lot of people are not familiar with the process. So what goes into glass manufacturing?
That's a good question. So the first thing you think of sand and silica. We don't do that. In Trinidad, we don't have the facilities to have that volume of sand coming in. So what we do, we take annealed glass, but of course it's a high quality glass that we put through a processing furnace, where it heats the glass or softens the whole makeup of the glass. And then it rapidly hardens it in a conveyor system, and it stretches it to be straight as you need. And that heat and cool is what tempers and strengthens it.
Okay, so you're saying that the raw materials that you'll use are actually like you're kind of like a midstream.
Yes.
So you'll take something that is already
processed,
and you'll
redevelop it to become strengthened. Yeah.
Okay.
In some countries, you call it heat strengthened glass. The common name for it is tempered glass.
Tempered glass.
Yes.
Because we've been hearing the term. And so could you tell us what is the difference between tempered glass and annealed glass? Because most people think, okay, well, glass is glass.
Right. So annealed glass, as we say, is not as strong as tempered. And annealed glass, if it breaks, it will fall into bigger shards, even bigger than this paper. So that could actually chop you or damage you very, very badly.
Right.
Tempered glass now will fall in, we call it a million pieces or shards of glass. Those fine ones.
Yes.
So it's less than a pound actually touching your skin.
Okay.
So there's no weight, crushing, chopping, anything. You may get little fine minor cuts, but nothing to be hospitalized. But it hardly breaks.
And in our everyday use as consumers, where would we see or where would we encounter tempered glass?
Most modern malls, the entrance doors and storefronts are there.
Okay.
Not your car windscreen, your side glass and so forth in your vehicles, a tempered glass.
Tempered glass. So it's a lot safer than.
Yes, it is. Very safe.
We are in a pandemic. How has the pandemic, a lot of businessmen, lots of business people, they would have felt, their businesses would have been negatively impacted.
Yes.
How has Kamri made it, or how has the pandemic affected Kamri?
We had our fair share, like everyone. Being in a lockdown, there's not much you can do.
Right.
So, fortunately for us, we have been using social media before the pandemic.
Right.
And that has brought a lot of traffic to our showrooms. So with the pandemic, we were still able, on a daily basis, able to reach out to potential customers for when we are reopened to purchase.
So you use the time.
We use the time.
Re-advertise and get a new customer base.
Yes.
Okay, nice. There is currently a strain on in manufacturing, the supply chains, right? Many manufacturers, they have been complaining. One aspect, their product inputs have been affected. They're taking longer to get their raw materials. How has Kamri been affected by this?
We have been affected just like everyone else because supply chains all over the world were affected, and everyone has been negatively affected because we have containers that if it hasn't reached late, the price of freight skyrocketed. Then the raw materials for the cargo that we order also went up.
So sand and silicone?
Yeah, sand and silica went up for the raw product of glass. And it had reached a point where in the Far East or even Brazil, wherever you're pulling your glass from, it's like a buyer's market. So supply now has become shorter or smaller, and that trumps the price up. That just changes things. And unfortunately, for a small country like ours, the end user has to bear it. We try as much as we can not to raise prices, but we ensure that we're fair when we're doing so.
Yes, because at the same time, that's a really hard place to be in as a manufacturer.
Yes.
You have on one side, you need to not carry up the prices to remain competitive, but at the same time, in order to survive, and spend less on your raw materials and be in business.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Tell us.
It had reached a point where we were wondering what we were being in business for.
Wow.
We here we can manufacture, we can produce, but we have to ask our fellow friends and family in Trinidad and Tobago, even the other islands, because they are part of who we supply. Can they continue to afford these things? So we said, you know what, we can lower our profits to keep this cycle going, because you know what, spinning the wheel slowly is better than stopping.
Altogether.
So we will slowly spin it until time will tell and it will catch back up. You know what? We will be ready for them. Because a customer today by Kamri is one that will be there in years to come or the other generation. So we want to keep our services and our costs as best as we can with these people.
Would you say that the slowdown in the construction sector, a lot of people had cut back on their personal spending? Would you say that the business took another hit because of that?
Yeah, that was inevitable.
Okay.
It did take, but fortunately, the products that we offer is windows, safety glass, tempered glass.
Right.
So when you start a project,
Right.
you don't really tend to see them leaving the windows, open or, unfinished.
Right.
So they push really hard to try and keep it,
Complete.
complete. And that's where we were fortunate that, they still have to move forward.
Yeah.
And we negotiate with them to get the best we could have given them.
Nice.
The best we could, because we need them to also finish their homes. If we help them finish that, the furniture people can now benefit too.
Yeah, so other businesses
So it's not just,
benefit,
what we do helps for the, other companies go down the road.
Nice. You spoke a little about how your company has been adapting. Would you say that the natures or some of the product offerings, would you say that would have changed during this COVID-19 pandemic?
The product offering hasn't changed much. How we sell it, being online, a lot of emails, a lot of social media, but the products we always change to bring modern.
Right.
In our showroom, we ensure that there are so many things there that you wouldn't find elsewhere.
Right.
It's like walking into a magazine. Hey, I like that. You have a lot of customers coming in. So we never stopped that vision.
Right.
As much as things are expensive, we are humans and we love new, modern,
fresh.
Yes.
Yes.
And we keep pushing that way, of course, at the best competitive manner.
Wow. Okay, so we'll take a break, guys, and we will be right back. Gayelle News courtesy Fence Nationwide. Fence for all your furniture and appliances needs. Fence, serving generations. Call us on 650-FENS or visit us at www.fenstt.com.
If these walls could talk, they'd cry uncle. They didn't plan to become offices or yoga studios. But they've stood by us, even when we got a little stir-crazy. For that, they deserve some thanks. They deserve Benjamin Moore.
It's Palos! Fit is it. Gayelle South sat down, discussed with Fit that there is a problem right now. Everyone wants to exercise. The country is on lockdown. We are going to give you an opportunity to exercise. An opportunity to exercise in the comfort of your home. Every morning, Fit will be viewed on Gayelle for you to be able to exercise in the comfort of your house. Build your immune system, and that's what Fit is about. Fit is about allowing you to feel incredible today. So come together with Gayelle South. Come together with Fit. Look forward for it. Coming soon. Fit is it. Gayelle South. Follow!
The crowd to that energy, they're not getting enough. Instructor, come get them all.
Welcome back, guys, and we are here with founder and CEO of Kamri Glass Limited, Mr. Kameel Mohammed. And now, Kameel Khan.
Today is a lot of name change today. That's
yeah,
all right.
sorry.
That's all right.
I had a friend, I think, with that same name. I do apologize. Right. So, Kameel Khan of Kamri Glass Limited, and we're talking all about glass, we're talking all about manufacturing, and our discussion is just getting good. Good. So, how has your company been affected by the current forex shortage in that Trinidad has been in for like a while, 2 years?
We have had really, really negative impact in the earlies. There was one point where we had to decide if we can export or not because our local customers needed product and we didn't have enough. It's TT dollars we sell, couldn't get enough, but we were part of TIC and that entire Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association, and they opened up links to Exim Bank.
Okay.
And we were one of the successful applicants to go to Exim Bank, and that has put a really, really positive spin on our business. It helped us plan for that.
Exim.
Yes, that's Exim. That's a part of one of the government programs in making forex for manufacturers available.
Wow. Because a lot of them were complaining, you would hear the average person on the streets even, talking about this forex shortage. We are in the era of climate change. We are in the era of global warming. A lot of companies are transforming themselves into eco-smart types of companies and operations. How has your company been able to integrate renewable energy in your operations?
Before we go to renewable energy,
Right.
our company started with recycle. You'll find other purposes for it. With the temper factory, we hardly have offcuts or wastage because you could temper shelves, cup holders, all sorts of different things. So we get more use for our or byproduct, our waste product,
Right.
than normal.
Right.
Our other facility is safety laminate glass.
Right.
So instead of importing a whole sheet of glass and cutting it to the size you want and throwing away the rest, we make the size you want. So
Custom.
that's right. So our offcut is way less than anybody else in the Caribbean.
Wow.
So we produce. So again, we go further. We have water jet system that cuts products.
Mm.
The glass, that's using sand and water,
Right,
high
so
pressure.
that's high
The
flow.
sand is reusable for landfill.
Wow.
So, we've been moving forward, and now recently we launched that we're going into solar. But before that, we also into UPVC.
Okay.
UPVC is a very, very energy efficient window, hurricane ready, all of the above, all the benefits in that.
UPVC.
Yes.
What is UPVC?
Unplasticide, unplasticide, oh boy. Yeah, on camera, and I'm forgetting him now.
That's okay. Go ahead.
It's not the regular PVC that you would have in your pipe and so on.
Okay.
All right. It's a higher grade of
PVC,
product
yeah.
used for windows.
Mm-hmm.
And this is much thicker than the normal Schedule 40 and stuff because it's a whole different component.
Okay.
It comes UPVC, UV ready.
Mm-hmm.
And in most countries for hurricane impact and so on, that is what you use.
Okay.
That's the product used. It's better for temperature changes,
Mm.
sound proofing, and so on. So all of these things come together in a home to bring, renewable energy because you use less power to cool the house.
Right,
with
because it's
UV.
UV protected.
That's right. So
Right.
that's some of the things that we do to
Have
continue
you used
moving.
like recyclable materials in your process?
UPVC material is recyclable.
Totally recyclable.
It depends on where you buy from. You can
Right.
get them because most of them are shredded and so forth, and you buy them off.
I kind of jump in myself a little
That's
bit,
fine.
but what would you say that there is scope for actually, because we produce a lot of waste in
Oh
Trinidad.
boy, yes we do.
You can, if you go on a beach cleanup, you can pick up, I don't know how many bags of just rubbish and waste.
Yeah.
Would you say that there's scope for a company that specializes in, I'm probably giving you an idea, in the using whatever waste we have here in Trinidad and transforming it into usable products, recyclable, made from recyclable material?
First thing first, that is a really, really good idea. And what businessmen have to remember, not everything costs millions.
True.
You need to start with one goal and don't expect to reach overnight because there are many young entrepreneurs outside there who
Yes.
feel that I have to be big like this guy in a week.
Yeah.
No, man. Start small.
Right.
Put your plan in place. Seek help to get the plan. But yes, we have a lot of room for recycling of all of those products. Yes, we collect in bottles. YouTube is on everybody's handset. Find uses of cutting that bottle into different products. Right? Reuse it instead of taking new ones.
Wow. That's excellent advice for businessmen out there. If you want or a budding entrepreneur, that's excellent advice from a seasoned veteran in the business. Well, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been in the export? You talk a lot about importing your raw materials, but have you been able to export your finished products? And if so, what are some of the markets you've managed to tap into?
Right. So yes, we do export. Our product is required in a lot of hotels. Caribbean islands also buy the UPVC windows and so on. Our biggest breaks has been with the hotels.
Really?
Jamaica has been, they have a lot of 400 and 600 room hotels. So the temper shower glass and fittings and what is what they would order.
Okay.
We have exported to them quite a number of times, and currently we are producing an order for sandals in Jamaica.
Wow.
Through their contractor, of course, but
Wow.
they've been straight up, they've been buying from us, and they're pleased with the product quality and the shipping time.
Okay.
So we've been there with them in that country, plus other countries like Barbados,
Wow.
St. Kitts, we're there. We have a
So you're
presence.
mostly in the Caribbean. There's nothing up like Latin America. You haven't tapped
No,
into those.
we are working with Export TT
Yeah.
to getting certain certifications prepared for us to go into the South American market.
Wonderful. So, guys, we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Gayelle News courtesy Fence Nationwide. Fence for all your furniture and appliances needs. Fence serving generations. Call us on 650-FENS or visit us at www.fenstt.com.
If these walls could talk, they'd cry uncle. They didn't plan to become offices or yoga studios. But they've stood by us, even when we got a little stir-crazy. For that, they deserve some thanks. They deserve Benjamin Moore.
It's Palos! Fit is it. Gayelle South sat down, discussed with Fit that there is a problem right now. Everyone wants to exercise. The country is on lockdown. We are going to give you an opportunity to exercise. An opportunity to exercise in the comfort of your home. Every morning, Fit will be viewed on Gayelle for you to be able to exercise in the comfort of your house. Build your immune system, and that's what Fit is about. Fit is about allowing you to feel incredible today. So come together with Gayelle South. Come together with Fit. Look forward for it. Coming soon. Fit is it. Gayelle South. Follow!
The crowd to that energy, they're not getting enough. Instructor, come get them all stuff.
Welcome back to our Gayelle News special interview with Kameel Khan.
We got it, third time
Got
charge.
it, yeah! Okay, so how do you see Trinidad and Tobago benefiting from the diversification of the economy through increasing the manufacturing of building materials in the future? How can we as a country benefit from
Yeah,
that?
let's look at this. The world is always building.
Right.
Any part of the world you go and they have construction going on for malls, for homes and whatnot. It's inevitable. You can't stop it. So the faster we have more people on board in manufacturing and manufacturing building material, we can take our demand, our products outside and lower the demand for forex. Trinidad needs to do that really, really, in a big way now. But 20 of us can make a difference, not one.
True.
Do it in small ways. It'll get big and we'll be better off in diversification.
Okay. Where do you see your business in the next 5 years?
5 years. Okay. I think I'm going to see myself in the business with more gray hair. But we keep pushing for more automation,
Right.
so that we have succession planning going on in our business for my kids.
Right.
And that's why in looking for new products, we look for totally new factories and new things to do. They're young, they're energetic, they're ready to go. So that's why we had launched going into solar or renewable energy.
Yeah.
So we're going to have more automated systems to produce faster, produce bigger, to produce more efficient and cost efficient for our country and the Caribbean. And then go into technology again.
Final question.
Go ahead.
What advice? There are so many budding entrepreneurs. You gave a little bit earlier. Tell them, speak to you as your younger self, as an entrepreneur.
Do it faster, do it now. Yeah, everybody procrastinates a lot
Yeah.
and say how I can do this, or I had to have a godfather or something. That's you need to be positive.
Yeah.
If you have a good vision in mind, you could talk it over. There are so many institutions you could go to share ideas with, young entrepreneurs coming up. But start today. Change your behavioral patterns and attitudes towards a formal, good business structured one, and reap the rewards earlier.
Thank you very much. And we'll end on that note. Guys, thank you for watching. I want to thank Mr. Khan for
You're
being
welcome.
with us today on our very, very first, but not last, we want you back again, Gayelle News special interview.
And thank you for changing my name twice. But it was
Sorry.
real fun going on here.
Sorry.
The whole Gayelle family, everybody's been really, really nice. Thank you again.
Thank you.
This brings us to the end of your Gayelle South Evening News. On behalf of the entire team, we want to wish you a great night.